Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Liliveth Tate Channel. Hello, how is everybody in the world today, tonight, in your time? Today is April 1st in the West. April Fool! So, there's a saying that uh, here's my thing is April shower. April shower brings May flowers. Okay, that's in the West. So, by the way, before I start, so mega love shout out to all my members, viewers, subscribers who subscribed my channel. Thank you very much. And for those who send me a donation, so merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. And muchas gracias. So actually, it's too late, to make a live streaming. But that's the one thing that if I drink Coca-Cola or Coke, my insomnia, it triggers me not to feel sleepy. So I think, and then it becomes me hyper, and because of the sugar, I think. Okay. So as of now, let's gonna talk anything, and when because today is April 2nd, Tuesday, Tuesday here in the Philippines. So there's it's holiday here that about Ramadan. So that's the end of Ramadan, because I know that if it's early Ramadan, so we gonna celebrate our Holy Week for Catholic after the Ramadan, and then next are are for Catholic, the celebration for Holy Week. So for those Filipinos, so this coming April 9, so we have another holidays, Araw ng Kagitingan. And then April 17, 18, 19, and then Sunday, it's, so third week of April here, government employees, they have a long vacation for that, because we celebrated Holy Week for Catholic. So guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I don't really want to talk about that, but I just mentioned, guys, the holidays that, here in the Philippines, we gonna experience that, guys. As you can notice, guys, do I look weird about my hairstyle? Because, I braid my hair. You can see. I'm gonna see my hair? You can see, guys. So I braid my own hair for a change, okay? You can't really see, but I braid my hair and do something like this, like hair this, because you always see me that my hair was not braided. Okay. And for those who wants to send donation, feel free, guys. I'm willing to willing to accept that. My views. Hi, hello, AJ. How is your, where are you now? How is your stay here in the Philippines? You know what? When I watch Pampanga, okay? When is your plan to coming here in Manila? Dansky Mix Blog, hello. Where are you from? Good evening to you. It's growing on me. What do you mean it's growing on you? Last week of April. Okay, because, well, it's now that we gonna for Catholic Filipinos, we so well on the next on the third or end of the second week of April, so people are very busy. So if you're gonna come here, it's gonna be traffic, because holidays. So before we start Holy Monday on the 14th of April, because that's 1 week. So we already start Holy Monday, Holy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday until on the Easter day. Pa-support idol host from Bohol. Okay. So for is that your channel? Danzi Mix Vlogs. Okay. So don't forget, I'll give you a chance, to post your link or your any videos that they can visit your channel, Dansky. The more I learn my way around, the more I love it here. Okay. Pa-shout out John Delo. John Delo. Mega love shout out to you, John Delo. Okay. So me, I ask a question. Is that personal? Okay, what is your question? Let me see if I can able to answer that from you. Okay, so what is your question, Dandelo? Oh, that's good. But I didn't think that you're gonna stay in Pampanga for so many days. So I thought you're gonna go around outside Metro Manila, Egypt. But anyway, so here the uh ano po ba ang suportuhan niyo, BBM or Duterte? Hmm, none of them. That's if you none of them. You're good? My answer? None of them. I got apartment here. I will have this apartment for 6 to 12 months. So you bought that or you leased? Gasander, hello, guys. How is your life treating you there? I'm doing good. I'm renting. Okay, that's good. How much? Uh, oh, if I gonna tell, John Delo, if I gonna tell, why, I don't want to discuss that in online, because I protect also my privacy when it come the how I look, the politics here in the Philippines, because I don't want to people bash me because they don't understand my point of view, so I just avoid that. But that I think that's good for you if you ask me, or I already give my answer to you. But if I gonna explain that, no, I refuse to explain that because that's too complicated. Okay, I have friends that the politician that they like is, so I hope you understand that I don't want to make it that too personal to other people about my opinion, because not all are we same point of view how we look on the politician. Okay, hello views. I pay 25K a month. Okay, so that would be 2 bedrooms. Not bad, AJ, not bad, the price, as long as you're safe. I think that's a pretty decent place to stay. You're safe, and then there's a 24/7 guard on duty. That's important. So I don't know, guys, if you're familiar about 8,000 miles. So when I watch, there's a black American from I forgot what state. So I hope you visit on that also, that 8,000 miles, that when he came here is that he ended up broke, and then tried to ask help. But guys, for those, for those Filipinos, it's easy for them to tell, oh, why don't you go to US embassy? It's not what you think, guys. It's not what you think about the US embassy, especially for those American citizen living in, like, in Philippines. It's not what you think about the US embassy, guys. It's not. So just like I said that, you cannot go to the US embassy without setting an appointment. And if you ask help, they will not help you right away. If you want to go back to the States, they will have to, they have to investigate your family, why your family don't help you, things like that. And then if they not really granted to help you, they can help you, guys, even if you're American. So it's not what you think, what people said. It's easy for them to tell, why don't you go to the US embassy? No, it's easy, but the help, you gonna disappointed, guys, especially for American. A studio nice size. Okay, I will look more in Manila. Okay. Pampanga. I went to Pampanga. I through my understanding that a lot of, especially in Angeles, EJ, most of, there's a lot of bars. I think most majority of the owners there are expat, and different, different bars. So I don't know, I think you go around on that area. So I watched that, I feel sorry, and then, it's suddenly that there's something happened to his bank account, and hi Miguel, and then, the his account was frozen. So for those Western people, before you visit different countries in the Southeast Asia, make sure that you have to negotiate, or you have to talk or your bank, because you don't want to end up that same thing happened to the black American, that he end up, and then he finding, just like short time of period, dealing with the women here, because like I always said that, it's not easy for you guys to believe what the woman is, because that's really start of. Also the second reason, also he end up broke in asking help for, for those expats, but not all help him, because they cannot, they just can't able, just to sustain their needs. But when they are nice to him, okay, he said they are nice to him, but when it comes to helping, like particularly money, they can't, but they are nice to him. So that's really fucked up. And then he end up loses money, and then he end up stay in the street. And I don't really want to happen that, for those, especially, for brothers. Okay, so you have to be smart and aware what's going on. Okay, don't fall for that kind of sweet tongue of Filipina. Okay, because some Filipina, I'm not saying all, some Filipina, they just there in you if you have money and spend money for them. But if they know that you start to less spending money for them, that's the start that you always fight, and that's the end of the relationship. Okay, so 10 minutes walk to SM City Clark, 10 minutes walk to Red Street. Whoa, so it's less transportation cost, because it's walking distance. That's good. Pahal, Life of Siblings. Pahal, is that right? So just let me know if I pronounce your name Pahal. So Don't believe what people tells online, okay? Especially for those American coming here in the Philippines or going to other countries in Southeast Asia, because it's not what they tell you, okay? In real life is not what you think, okay? So uh, you know, this afternoon I went to the, the car, Suzuki, Suzuki auto dealer. I have to go there, that product, because I want to have my own little car first, little own car first. And when I found out that the majority of auto car dealer here, if you pay on card, they accept MasterCard, okay, but they charge 2.25. I don't know some other, auto car dealer, but that's in Suzuki. Suzuki is auto, you know, uh, it's Japanese, right? Japanese auto brand. So when we ask, if we pay cash, but we're gonna use the credit card, is there's any charges? And then they said yes, 2.25%. So, and even though that you pay that in cash, because the bank charged them also, so they have to charge also for the customer. So we realized that, oh, it's not really, because, like example, if the price of the small car is 600,000 pesos, so that would be around like 12,000 USD. And then they gonna charge you for 2.25% of the charge on the card, so that would be 13,000 pesos. So that's a big amount. So it's not really, it's not really, you cannot really consider that they give you discount. So it's better to give or to pay in cash, not card. Or you can make a, what do you call that, you know the check, I forgot what's the term of that, cashier check. So I visited there, me and Frank, because really, I really want to, have my car, for me, for myself, because Frank, he's already cars, he has, regular and sports car, and he has three bikes, okay? So my first car. But the manager, or the salesman, he will contact me, if because I really want to have a driving test first before I gonna get that car for myself. Okay, just I just just small car, small car is not, is not big car, just small car. But I can, I don't want to buy that installment. I want to buy that in cash. So that's why, when I ask, which one is better, because we thought that, when we use, credit card, American Express card, because here the thing, guys, I have two types of credit card, but here in the Philippines they don't give that amount of money that you can able to buy a brand new car. But the American Express, they can. But the thing is, if you're gonna use the American Express credit card, they will charge 2.25%. So that's big amount also of money. Okay. So I decided, to pay in cash, not the card. Because my credit card just how much they gave me. My BDO, that's, the dinner club credit card. So they gave me just like 70 to 100,000 pesos. And then my PNB, same also. Same also, 70 to 100,000 pesos. So for me, I don't need, I don't need credit card, but I tried to apply, but they approve my application. So it's just like in case of emergency, but I don't really use cards when I do groceries. I prefer to buy cash. No, I don't use credit card, especially Philippine credit card. The the interest that they charge, the interest rates is 30%, guys. 30%. No, I don't give a chance for them to rob me for using their credit card. No. And I'm so tired of everyone call me for for the credit card. So I don't know. One day I'm gonna surprise somebody's knocking my door and deliver the credit card. So I'm not use of credit card of that. I don't know, because for me it's not really it's not really good idea to use credit card. So for me it's just like if you're gonna use the credit card, just in emergency, okay? But for everyday, no, no. Well, when it comes to money, I'm the one who in charge of everything here. Everything here. Frank is the provider, but when it comes to money management, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Okay. Food, utility bills, everything. Okay, I'm in charge of that. Going to the bank, I'm in charge of that. But Frank is he's the provider. But when it comes to money, I'm the boss. Okay? So that's a good thing, guys. But I learn not to for uh overspend overspend my budget. I don't want that. We have a budget. So when it comes to food, okay, so I always go to farmers market because it's less the price, okay, compared to the public market. And then supermarket, it's supermarket, when you buy fruits and vegetable, the price there is triple. And then when it comes to public market, the price is double. But farmers market is less. Okay, so good thing that we have every Sunday we have farmers market scheduled. So I save a lot of that. So the budget, and then the store, if I cannot really, the like canned foods, I go to two supermarket, Robinson supermarket and hypermarket. That's SM located in SNR or Launders. That's two membership shopping store, okay? Because if we cannot find American brand, we can go to Launders or SNR. But sometimes if it's just like the amount that I like in SNR, I can go online. So I have the minimum purchases is 2,500. Okay, if I'm lazy that I don't really want, all I need to do just go on the apps and order online and they will deliver. But we'll expect that they will charge. But if I realize that, okay, going back there and I use the Grab, it's the same. So I just go online. Same thing in Landers. In Landers, there's the thing is, in Landers, I like Landers because there's no minimum purchase order. But they have two charges, okay? they will charge about, packing your, your item, and then for delivery rider. But it's not really, it's not really bad. So I have to do things like that, so I'm not really go in one store. Okay, if I can, if less in Robinson, I make, a list that it's less the price in Robinson, so that's I always go there. And sometimes there's a item that, when you go to SM is higher, so you have to be manage that. So that's how I, manage. And we have a budget, that budget for the canned foods, meat, vegetable. I don't really like, example, I have budget for the American product. Like if I go to SNR and Londres, every store I have budget for that. Okay, $100. So just a few items, because the only thing that we get from SNR, the sausage, American sausage, and then ham for, making a sandwich, and then, American mayonnaise. We don't like, Filipino mayonnaise because it's sweet. Barbecue sauce, American barbecue sauce, that I can't find that in the local, so I have budget on that. So in the local, because I buy everything there, like particularly meat, so my budget that for is, 10,000 pesos. So that would be $200. 200 USD. Okay? So but that 10,000, I don't spend that because I have some, stock. So I don't go to the supermarket that it's totally, totally that, the food that I bought, like last month, the food that I bought, last month, it's not totally, consumed. Okay, it's still left there. So when I go on this, well, I have to do groceries, maybe before Holy Week, because I still have budget, or I still have food for that. So it's not literally when at the end of the month I consume that, it's still left over. And that's the time I have a list which one I have to replace. So still, the my emergency food, it's always intact there. I always have 2 or 3 4 cans that, we have stock. Because I remember, during the pandemic, I don't really have a problem because most of Filipino that time that is totally locked down, and then each family has a limit also to get, canned foods in, instant noodles, because and most of Filipino, they do have a panic buying. But me, I don't have, because every year, but I have to aware now that, expiration, so I always put the expiration, because after that lockdown, when I found out, oh my god, there's so many canned foods that I threw it because it expired. I don't want to eat that expired food, I threw it, even though that, oh, it's sayang, it's, I don't want to gamble my health for that expired food. Okay, that's how we manage when it comes to food. If it's expired, throw it. So now I aware of that, I aware of the, the expiration. And if it's almost, almost to expired, I make sure that it's in front. And then, I just put it sign that every time I open my cabinet, if just, eat me, eat me. So meaning it's almost to expiration. So I just cook that or use that. So I do some menu that I can able to use that. So it won't waste money. Because especially now, inflation is all over the world. So if you're not smart enough to manage your money, and especially for food, then you're gonna end up starving. Okay, but I don't know some people how they deal with their financial or money management, but that's the way I am. So, um, I don't know, guys. I'm not yet silly because we went to a Suzuki auto dealer. Okay, after after talking with the sales man, and then we decided to go to SNR. So we bought something there. Of course, in SNR, guys, we have favorite garlic and parmesan chicken wings. Oh my goodness, so good. And then I'm gonna dip that with sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness, it's so delicious. So and then of course, once you eat that, I can't really say no to myself. Coke is the best. So that's the problem, guys. When I drink Coke, I think too much caffeine for that, so I don't feel sleepy. So now I'm still my eyes is is my eyes is still round and so active. So that's the cause of if I drink Coke. So I try to not to drink that, but that's the problem because I eat the chickens. Oh my god, after I eat, my favorite garlic and parmesan, and then dip in the sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and then Coke. Oh my goodness, no rice. I feel good. I feel good. So anyway, that's life. But I don't want to make drama here when it comes to relationship or what. So we're gonna discuss that some other days because I have so many things that most of it's still when I watch that, because Vic is our friend. He has a channel that 8,000 miles. When I read that, wow, that if you're not really if you're not really uh rush looking for a mate, you will not end up broke, or you will not end up kicked out of your the place. And make sure, guys, if you're going to different countries, don't let yourself stay living in the women's place, or because anytime she will kick your ass out. Okay, no matter what, get your own place. Okay, if the relationship did not really work, and then she has no right to kick you out in your place. Okay, but most of men try to be to save money for that, and then they will end up that they become homeless, or stay in the street. No, don't do that, guys. Okay, don't fall for that. Okay, keep your crib for yourself, especially if you're dealing with women. Keep your crib for yourself, because there's so many things that happen, especially for western men. Okay, sometimes the woman you're dealing with, it suddenly changed. It depends if they change to be good in a relationship, but sometimes they change for to make you irritate on them. Okay, Archana Rao, hi, hello, where you from? My phone is stuck. I can't read your comment, guys. So for men, that's my advice. As much as you can, keep your crib, keep it. Okay, don't fool those women. Okay, especially that they go, okay, we can live together so that we can save. No, don't do that. You're the man. You're the man. You supposedly you're not gonna do that to move to the women's place. No, stay your crib. Okay, because you don't. That's a sad part. You're the man, and then the woman kick you out in the place, and then you're gonna stay in the street. No, that's really for me. No, I will not. I will not allow men happen that it's just for me. I don't know, guys, because that's how I respect, I respect my dad, especially, I respect my grandpa, I respect my husband. That's meant a lot to me. So for those men, single men, take my advice, because that's for your uh good health. So that's good for your what do you call that? That's for your own good. Okay, sometimes men, they have like, they think that they can save if they move to women's crib or place. No, it's not, because you give them a chance, you give them a chance, to disrespect you. At first they're okay. Okay, they're okay, but wait until, it's almost to 1 year. They become mean to you. I'm not saying all, but some. Okay, some. Canada, hello. Okay, how is Canada? So I feel, I feel that, the black American, that he ended up broke here. I feel that I thought that he uh, here here's the thing, guys, that here in the Philippines, guys, okay, for those Western people, if you're in the tourist visa type, it's prohibited here for those Western people to build a business, to build work here. It's prohibited, guys. You can do something, but you have to keep it, that's considered as illegal. But don't ever that, somebody, the authority will caught you doing that, because you might kick out of the country or bond here in the Philippines. So for those Western people, don't don't use your tourist visa to create business here, or to create job here. No, you can't, because, like, I remember Melania, the wife of President Donald Trump. And they questioned that, are you the immigrant? And then she said yes, but she has to follow the laws. But the thing is, it's easy for her to follow the laws, because she's dealing with Trump. But for those regular people, they follow the rules, but they just never heard. So it's different situation. But anyway, I just mentioned about that because I remember what she said, that follow the laws. Okay, if you want to stay on that country, follow their laws. Okay, don't, especially here in the Philippines, guys, it's prohibited. But before that, I want to sing. Oh my goodness, it's almost 40 minutes. I want. So I'm gonna dedicate this song for those couple that they always value love, friendship, loyalty, and I'm gonna dedicate this for couples. It doesn't really matter what races or national you are. So this is for couples. And also I consider this also to dedicate for myself and also for my husband. So if you're ready, guys, to irritate your ears, so this is the song that I want to dedicate to all couples all over the world. So Can you hear it, guys? Look at us. Ain't it funny? It's just beginners luck. Maybe with just one touch. Two different people from such different world apart. As they touch others' hand like the candles in the dark. If it's time for us, we gonna take it, take the chance to make it now. Let the love begin, let the love come shining in. Who knows where the road will lead us now? Look at what we found. Make this moment turn our hearts around. We can never come again. Let the love begin. Oh, that's so nice song. Here we are, so close together. I can feel the fire stars between us. Oh, we've come this far, too far to stop us now. If there's meant to be a chance for you and me, we've found our destiny. Now we're looking you forever. Make the dream come true together now. Let the love begin. Let the night come shining in. Who knows where the road will lead us now? Look at what we found. Make this moment turn our hearts around. It never come again. Let it go. Let the love begin. Oh, that's so nice song. Now let the love begin. Let the light come shining. Who knows where the road will lead us now? Look at what we found. Make this moment turn our hearts on. It may never come again. Let it be. Let the love begin. Let the love begin. Okay, so that's a good thing. Okay, I love that song because you make sure that you always together, but don't let the love will end. You always let the love begin. Okay, from yourself and together. Let the love begin. So don't let the love end because that's a sad part. Sad part. Okay, so I have a second favorite song.
Handog ng Bear Brand. Ang 840 grams, 300 pesos na lang.
Okay, so my second song for those boyfriend and girlfriend. This is for you guys. Find the right and I wanna hold it till our time, till we both become one. I wanna hold you to the very subsides. Thank you very much. So that's a nice song also. So guys, just let me know what question you want to ask while I'm singing. So,
Huwag i-download ang may pera.
so
Huwag i-download ang may pera.
okay, that's a nice song. Okay, so I have a song, and especially for those men and women, if you find a person that will really take care of you and love you unconditionally, profound love, then take care of that person, because you cannot find that another love like that person done to you. Okay, so this is the song for you guys. I love this song.
Huwag kang magmalinis! Kulang pa ako sa
Sorry,
puson!
there's the
Nakakahiya!
ads.
Magulat ka? Mag-type ka. Meron mang paninilaw, sa type, agos linis, patikwelyo at kilikili.
Ang puti!
Type, agos linis, laban sa paninilaw.
Oops! Basta food trip, may Ursa Flora Decor Store. Because life, oops, happens.
I don't like Michael Bublé. It's too slow. No, I don't like that. I want the real. Okay, this one I think. Baby. But I know somehow, someday, somewhere, you are. You're gonna miss my love. Gonna miss my love. You're gonna miss my love. Whoa, whoa. Late midnight hour, baby. When it's cold outside, you're gonna miss my love. You'll never find another love like me. Someone who needs you like I do. You'll never see what you found in me. You'll keep on searching and searching your whole life through. Oh, I don't want you not bad like baby. But there is if buts or maybes. You're gonna miss my love. I know you're gonna miss your love. You're gonna miss my love. Oh, late night. when it's real cold outside. I know that you are gonna miss my love. I miss my love, baby. Goodness. Mm. Oh my goodness. How do I look, guys? My hair. So I just make this, I, I look like, eye in the sky. I just make this hair like, in Tagalog, gulo-gulo. Don't think sorry easily said. Don't try, Jordan, don't say. You gotta take a lot of chances before, but nothing gonna give you anymore. Don't ask me, that's how it goes. I can read your mind. I can read your mind. And the eye of the sky, looking at you, I can read your mind. I'm the maker of rules, dealing with fools. I can treat the blind, and I don't need to see you more that I can read your mind. 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 Mm. Mm. Sorry guys, who sent me a donation? I can read your mind, guys. Who is this? Mark. Oh, Mark, please take care of your OG Frank, wishing him a speedy and full recovery. I appreciate your honest conversation. I have question about behavior of some province women, good, but can you elaborate? Sorry, Mark, I did not. Sorry, because I was singing. Um, oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so are you still there, Mark? Sorry, because I'll use my phone, and then my other phone, the the comment is stuck. What can you expect about that? So, if you're still there, Mark, what is your question? So, thank you for some province women. Okay, okay, I'm gonna elaborate the question about behavior of some province women, good and bad. Can you elaborate? Okay. So I cannot really, it's according, that, province women, it doesn't really matter where they stay. Okay. So I gonna elaborate when it comes to, okay, not all. Okay. So bad Filipino living in, in the remote area or the province. So they just, um, what do you call that? Influence of other people why they are become like that. But in the other hand, Filipino women in the province, they are not ignorant when it comes what's going on because of the communication, like the gadget that they have. But in the other hand, but they still have, thing that if you're gonna choose city girl, but I'm not saying all, but majority of province women, they have kind of family oriented people, but not all. It's not, it's according, it's according what environment they are grown. Okay, so it's just like, some they are grown into the uh, um, miserable life. Okay, and then they grown with the, with a good environment, like what I mean is, their families. So you cannot really point it out who's that, because even living in the city or the province, it's according what environment they are belong. Okay, so that's, that's the thing, that if you know their environment, they're family oriented, they're business minded, that's people, they're you're gonna adopt that with your families surrounding you. Okay, but if your family, if you surround with the environment that full of hatred, full of negativity, that's, they can absorb that. But I'm not saying the same thing, but they can still, they can still that absorb that, but it's according to environment. So I cannot really specific, bad in, because women, not only Filipina, women are very good in hiding. Okay, they're very good in hiding for that. So, for, for Western men, I'm gonna refer this, for Western men, you have to set time, okay, to know that person. Because for me, it's just like, you will know the person. You don't have to ask other people. But every time, every day that you communicate that person, that's the time that you will know how this person think, how's this person act, every time that you have communication. But Mark, I cannot really refill, the literally bad, literally bad. What do you mean bad, and what you mean good? Because because but there's so many, there's so many factors that you can really tell the person is bad. What, you know I hope you understand that what you mean bad. Hi, Bob. Okay, I noticed some drink a lot and only live for today. Oh, okay. You mean, what do you mean? Just like for Filipino, that's for Filipino, especially in the countryside. That's their, some they are alcoholic, they don't, sometimes, my people, for men, and their body, they're alcoholic, no matter what, once they, drink, it's just like they don't really care whether they're sleeping on the ground or what. I can see that, there's still a lot of my people doing that, especially in the province. But after that, they don't really care, because they use of that kind of, the kind of behavior, or habit. Not, yeah, some, some they're not, and some they don't. But I can tell you, honestly, yeah, even, even Bob, we can tell that, in the province, that, some, they just crazy when it comes, when they drink. But it's normal, normal here in the Philippines. But in the other hand, if you're gonna deal with, for Filipino, we're, we're kind of, we're a happy people. But like I said, that, you have to be careful dealing with some Filipino, because, you don't expect things that they're gonna do that for you. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a range for that, Mark. Sorry, I I didn't notice that, So when I found out, oh, there's something, it appears. But, Mark, if you're still there, sorry, I did not notice, because, my other phone is, the comment section is stuck. So that I'll use my other phone, to sing. So it's 1 o'clock now, my goodness. you still there? Okay, you still there. Okay, so I give you range for that. So that's the thing, guys, that if I do karaoke, I cannot read your no, I cannot read your comment because my other phone, I don't know. What can you expect about the Android? Sometimes they frozen, or they're stuck. So no matter how I swipe, it did not really work. So the other one, so I use that to do karaoke. So Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation. So anyway, when it comes to that, it's so it's so hard to figure it out. What literally bad person. Because sometimes people that people do things like my people. When you do things that, especially, okay, I'm gonna make you an example for this. If they're gonna wants to loan money on you, and then you explain and you refuse, they feel that you're so bad because you did not give what they want from you, so they consider you as a bad. So I'm just what really kind of bad person. But in the other hand, well, when it comes to women, it's according, for me, I do believe that the environment, okay, the environment, wow, where a person or women belong. So like my experience, my environment, I have a very disciplinarian family. And always respect, especially for elders, men and women. Okay, so we train that from the start, that we when we born until starts talking. So we teach that until now. I use respect that. I don't really mind, especially here, guys. I have a short story about that. There's I have a neighbors here. Okay, there, he's in his 80s. He's a doctor. uh I think he has something wrong with his body, because I saw him, he's holding his catheter, guys. Okay, and then the water station here in my place, he's living in just walking distance in the other building. So I saw him, he's the holding the water container, and he wants to bring there. And I saw him, he had a hard time to walk. For me, I saw him a hard time, but it's okay for him, because he said that that's good also for him, so that he can walk. But for me, I saw him a hard time. And then I thought, because when that time, I go around, he always that time that he's not really ill, he's go around with also with with this place, and then he recognized me and I recognize him. I always say hello to him. So, and then in front of our main door, that's the door going to the shortcut going to the water station. And then in front of the our admin office. And then I asked him, I can't really stand, guys. I don't know. I can't really stand about looking at him. And then I'm thinking, why the wife allow him, to go by himself? That he's holding the water container, and then he's holding the catheter, the bag that he's holding. And then I asked, I greet him, and then I told him it's okay for him if I can bring that for him to the water station. And then I'm so glad that he said, oh, that would be good. And then I just told him that you can go back to your place, and I will tell the maintenance there that it will deliver on your doorstep, so that you don't have to carry that, or push in the cart. So I will ask the favor, the maintenance. So he is happy for that. But sometimes, I cannot really do that. I really want to help. But, sometimes Filipino, they just take that as an insult for them, okay? It's an insult for them. So sometimes I have to ask if they need help. And also, here guys, when I go to farmers market, and there's some, American, and older American that, they're looking for the nice potato, and then like cabbage, and I noticed that it takes time for them, to pick which one is good. And I asked my help for them, I asked them, sir, would you like me to get that for you? And then, they appreciate it. So I just help. Because, for me, it's the like, it's my environment that, we always give help for those people, that especially older people. Because I always remember, what if that person is my mom or my dad, and is, before, when I was young, like in my 20s, guys, when I ride on the bus, and then I saw mother and child in the bus here, bus here in the Philippines. Some people are nice, some they don't really mind, they just don't give the chair. So the culture, the traditional culture of Filipino, it starts to forgotten, guys. So I always give that, no matter what, I gonna stand for the whole ride, so I give the chair. But now it's no longer that, because, I just thinking, what if that woman is my big sister, so I can see the hard time. So I always look things like that. So when it comes to the, the how these people treated, treated like Western people, they just like women, they just stay there with the men as long as they know that if there's some money. But if they don't have, you're nothing, because that's how the environment they belong. Okay. But if you grown in the environment that has so much respect to other people, you will not experience that to person that kind of environment. So for me, environment is very important. Okay. So before that, before, I cannot really relate. I cannot really, guys, seriously, guys, I cannot really relate about broken family. Okay? I'm not that really, open-minded to understand why things happen, that because my environment is not like that. Okay? I have grandmas that, the only thing that they separate is their death. And also my father, and I'm not a product of broken family. I'm a product of the whole family. Okay, complete family, guys. So I cannot really relate until one of my sibling has, things that happen. At first I don't really understand, but, it's something that, happened to your family, you will understand that. Now I understand the situation for that. So, because, my environment, I'm not really exposed of that kind of, because, in my family, marriage is very important. That's why, when it comes to pick, like my grandma, my dad and my mom, if they're not really, if my, that time that, my father cannot really pick a good wife for him, my grandma tell him that, oh, don't pick that woman, don't pick that woman for you, she's not good. So that's how we in my our environment I grow. Okay. So in my family, that, it's just like career, that, they have, separation, but most of, there's only, death that separate them. But now, oh my goodness, it's easy, to, you don't like me, if the husband cannot give what the wife wants, it's easy for them. Okay, wait, let's say, let's separate, things like that. Okay. So that's, I think that's the environment for me. I do believe that, the environment. You okay today, babe? Yes, I'm okay. And I'm so happy. But in general, guys, I'm happy, okay? Um and I picked the right person to be part of my life, no matter what other people try to ruin that. But it's just like, no man will replace the right person to that, just like a whore, okay? And they will know that that person that is just like, just for one night stand, okay? So guys, my advice, pick the right one, guys. It doesn't really matter where you're Asian or Westerners, okay? Pick the right one if you want that relationship will last. Like, um, well, sometimes, me and Frank, we just talk about things in life. And if women think the way that I think the relationship will be a harmonious and happy. But like, we're same, female and male, but we're really different when it comes how we think. And especially that, like I mentioned, what kind of environment that you born, okay? Life. So I will continue, guys, my singing, because I have four, so I'm gonna two more songs. Oh, it's April Fools. Who can make a joke, guys? April Fools. Because it's April 1st. Okay. So I'm gonna sing now. Oh my god, what happened to my phone? Maybe I put a lot of apps that my memory starts to full. Okay. Don McLean. Okay, I'm gonna sing this. Okay. So I will dedicate this to all American. Long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make it those people dance, and maybe they'll be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on this doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about this widow bride. And something touched me deep inside the day the music died. 1, 2, 3. So bye, Miss American. Drove my Chevy to deliver, but deliver was strong. And them gold boys would drinking whiskey and wine, singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Oh my God! Did you write the book